Hello and welcome to Borough Home Inc.'s Housing Counselor's Corner, where each month we produce a short video discussing different topics such as home buying, housing counseling, and financial literacy. I'm Paul Chase, the Managing Director for Borough Home, along with Terry Aruda, who is the agency's Program Manager and one of our housing counselors. Also with us today is video series executive producer Leslie Rhoda. Before we begin, I'd like to remind our viewers that the opinions expressed are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of Borough Home Inc. Also, this program is for entertainment purposes only. You should always consider contacting Borough Home directly at 508-824-2514 when it comes to your specific real estate and counseling needs. Today, Terry and I are going to discuss the Mass Dreams grant program. So, welcome back, Terry.
Thank you, Paul. Good to be here.
So, exciting news. This Mass Dreams program that came out about a month and a half ago. It's a result of ARPA funds, from what I understand, state ARPA funds. And there's a significant amount of money that they're looking to give away.
Yes.
So, that's great to hear. Mass Dreams, the Mass Dreams program. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Okay.
The Mass Dreams program is a first-time home buyers program, correct?
It is.
Okay. And there are, we don't want to get too bogged down in the specifics because from what I understand, you had mentioned that, every scenario is different.
Yeah.
Right. But what we do want folks to know is that the Mass Dreams program has money out there for first-time home buyers and through specific lenders.
Yeah.
What are the ratios? Because there's a $50,000 and a $30,000 option.
It's about
right?
35,000, I believe.
Okay.
Yep. So it just depends on the area median income in the community that they live in.
Okay. Yeah, because the communities, it's not every community, right?
Correct.
It's basically like gateway cities, large
Yeah.
populated cities in southeastern Massachusetts.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. So the up to $50,000 is no more than median income of 100%?
100%.
100%. Which, by the way, is even big to begin with because a lot of the programs we've seen in the past are 65% or 80% of median income, but 100%, and then it goes even higher. So that's for the $50,000 or up to $50,000.
Correct.
And then you can get up to $35,000 with a median income
Of up to 135.
130. So not only 100%, but if you make 135% over the median income of that particular city, you are eligible for this program potentially.
Yes.
That's pretty amazing.
Pretty generous.
Yep, absolutely. And that will help a lot of people in this time where, obviously we know inventory is low and prices are high, so it's very tough for first-time home buyers.
It sure is.
So what else can we say about this program other than, so it's gateway cities, large cities, it's up to 135% median income. There's a pre-qualification, is that what
There
it
is.
Okay.
So they would have to go to mymasshome.org and pre-qualify there. So they would fill out the information and then they would get a letter.
Okay, mymasshome.org.
Yep.
And that pre-qualification is what, just answering a few questions? Because that's not actually a loan or grant qualification.
Right.
That's just to see if you might be eligible for the
Right. It
program.
basically generates a letter stating they live in one of those gateway cities.
Okay.
And the nice thing about that is they can actually buy outside of the gateway city. So they may live in it, but they can buy outside anywhere in Mass.
Oh, really? Okay, so you don't have to buy in the gateway city, you just have to be living in the gateway
Yes.
city.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, that's
It's
very
for
good.
single families, 2, 3, and 4 families.
Single family, 2, 3, and 4, owner occupied, obviously.
Yes.
Right. But that's good that it even offers in multifamily, and I think they even offer condo, right? Is it?
No, yes, actually, I think they do.
I think I saw that. So,
Yep.
so it's
Condominiums, yep.
yeah. So single family homes, condos, and up to 4 family, and so all owner occupied.
Yeah.
So that's, again, that's very, very advantageous. Now, what about if you're in one of these cities and you're going to purchase in one of these cities and they have like their own municipal down payment program, which we see a lot, or you're working with another lender's down payment type of program as far as, like the grant programs, because there are other grant programs out
Right.
there. Can you still use this program?
My understanding is you can, but you do have to use the Mass Housing lender list.
Okay.
And they also say you have to use their loan, their initial first mortgage.
Okay, they're an initial first mortgage, but it's great to hear that you can couple grants.
Right.
Well, that helps even more. What are some of the expenses that you can use for the grant?
Down payment, closing cost, and buying down points.
That's big.
That
A
is-
lot of grants don't have buying down
Right.
points.
It also has something to do with the mortgage insurance, but I'm not quite sure how that would work. So they would
Okay.
definitely need to talk with their lender on that. But there are some other things that it can cover.
Okay, so again, I mean, a lot of money there for someone that wants to purchase a home. I mean, 5% down can be a lot.
Yeah.
When you see the home prices in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
So having that up to 35,000 or up to 50,000, that's a huge benefit.
It sure is. Yeah.
The other thing that you have to do, aside from finding a qualified lender, is you're going to have to go through the education process, correct? Why
Yeah.
don't you tell us a little bit about that?
You are required to take a first-time home buying seminar.
Okay.
We will be having one hosting on December 6th and the 13th.
Pro home?
Yes.
Okay.
We also offer online.
Yep.
And that is also certified through Mass Housing as well. So either one, in person or online, they
Online.
can take. Yep.
Oh, great. And you said we have one in December. We typically do them every couple of months, every other month or so,
Right.
right here in Taunton.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they need that program. They need to take that educational. It's first-time home buyer course, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, they need to take that first-time home buyer course, which is pretty common for a lot of the first-time home buyer
Grants, yeah.
lender programs and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's all exciting news, and like we said, it's been released about a month and a half now. Not sure how long it's going to be available. I mean, they have a decent amount of money, from what I understand, funding this, but there are a lot of people looking. So
We've been getting a lot of calls for it.
I'm sure. So I would encourage people that if they're serious about this, to at least go to the website is
mymasshome.org.
mymasshome.org.
Yep.
mymasshome.org, and filling out the pre-qualification piece.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming what's going to happen is when the opera funds run out, then the program wraps up. I don't believe there's a specific time frame right now, but
Yeah.
in this market, with the amount of money they're going to have to use, I would imagine it will go fairly fast, which is probably why you're seeing the interest pick up in the
Oh, yeah.
phone calls you're getting in.
Encouraged another home buying seminar.
Right. Yeah, it did. That's right. We weren't sure about having one in December, and
Right, 'cause
now
the
we're
holidays.
and now we're seeing a pretty decent amount of registrants, right?
Yeah.
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 Well, it's again, I can't say enough about this. It's a new and exciting program. A lot of folks are going to be talking about it. Certainly, Pro Home is on the cusp of giving out the information, and obviously, they can contact one of our counselors directly if they have additional questions.
Yes.
And if they just need some, pointing in the right direction.
Yep.
We're more than happy to help.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, that's all for our episode today. Thanks, Terry, and we'll see you
Thank
again
you,
next
Bob.
time.
All right.
Right? As always, our staff at Pro Home is available to talk with you one-on-one about a variety of housing counseling and financial literacy issues, many times at no cost to you. So if you would like more information on our agency, simply log on to www.prohomeinc.org or go to our Facebook page at Pro Home Inc. You can also contact the agency for further information or to make an appointment at 508-824-2514. Again, we serve the greater Taunton, southeastern Massachusetts area. Thanks for watching, and we hope you will tune in again next month to Pro Home Inc.'s Housing Counselors Corner. Have a wonderful day.